Pardon me. Still dealing with this cough, but I promised you guys a little bit of a taste of newness. I've got my coffee mug here to prove it. Now, I have not tried it yet up to this point. Literally just came out of the Keurig. So you need to. And I don't know why it does that once in a while, but I know it works now. So at least you didn't hear me coughing in the microphone earlier. Lucky you guys. So, as I was saying, yesterday received a box from Expedition Roasters. As a little bit of a surprise, they gave me a nice bag of their Wonderland Coffee Crumb Cake flavored coffee. And I told you guys I was going to try to come on the air and give it a shot yesterday. Work has been really busy. I only have a few minutes to do this. So I was able to go ahead and make myself a nice double cup right here. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. And I have not tried it yet. So you'll be my first people to hear about this. Okay. As I said, it smelled really good yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and try some. I think what's happening is my computer decided to run some tests today because I don't normally use it on a Wednesday morning. And it keeps cutting out my microphone. Thank you so much, people, for at least letting me know. There you go. Anyway, what I was saying is it definitely tastes like a homemade crumb cake from, my grandmother used to make crumb cake and had these nice little crumb pieces on top. And it always had a nice little sweetness to it. That's what this has, just enough of a sweetness. Even though I do put a little bit of sweetener in it, it's not overwhelming whatsoever. I could see myself doing, having this with a nice continental breakfast, a nice brunch, driving to work, when I really can't eat much of anything, but still want something that's a little bit different. And it's very mellow flavor. It's still a good, to me, it tastes like a medium roast. Maybe it's a little bit darker than that, but it's a good, solid, right in the middle type of flavorful roast. I really enjoy it. It's really good. That's nice. I like it. It's a nice balance. It's a good flavor. And the thing is, I've not really been a big fan of flavored coffees until I started using Expedition Roasters as my source of coffee. And this has got to be one of the ones I really like. This is one I can see myself drinking on a regular basis, circulating it in and out with some of the other flavored coffees that I have. Right now, I'm finishing up my Dark Side roast. And the timing for this is absolutely perfect. I enjoy this. This is really good. So, yeah, I can see it. It's a little bit different, but it's very enjoyable. It's a good breakfast roast. That's why I like it. It's a good breakfast roast. All right. So I'll tell you right now, this is something you really should try. Okay. If they just came out with this. Seriously, give them a try. And like a lot of their other blends, availability could be limited. You do want to give if you're interested in this sort of flavor, give them a try. Make sure you pick up a bag over at expeditionroasters.com. If you have not ordered from them before, Ears 20 will get you 20% off your first order. So yeah, I rinsed my mouth off just want to go ahead and make sure I get a good taste of it again. I do like it. It's, as I said, it's very comparable with the same types of darkness, I believe, as Fortune and Glory, which is their bourbon streusel. Except that one, in comparing the two, I can definitely say that Fortune and Glory does have a little bit of a darker flavor to it. You can taste the overtones of bourbon. And that one I think would be good with, like, say, a blueberry muffin. This I see very enjoyable with a bagel and cream cheese, or even a piece of coffee cake. I see cream cheese coffee cake. There you go. Which happens to be one of my favorites. Even a cherry coffee cake. So that's what I would say. So yes, not only do you get to hear what my 2 cents are on coffee, the fact of the matter is I help you pair an Expedition Roasters coffee with your favorite breakfast items. That's right. Dark Side roast, I'll tell you right now, bacon and eggs. That's right, bacon and eggs. Even a good old omelet, I'd say that would be good too. All right. So what else is going on? How are y'all doing today? I'll go ahead and read. I don't have too much time. I've got to get back to work, but I did promise you guys a little bit of a live review. I like this stuff. This is really, really good. I'm going to enjoy this mug. I'm sure it's not going to be my last mug of this today. This is a double cup. This is 2 servings, and made it out of my Keurig. Worked just fine. Good flavor. By the way, just a little note. I don't know what it is with all the other resorts, but when I stayed at Coronado this past trip, just a little over a week ago, it was in a refurbed room, and they had Keurigs. So if you want to bring your Expedition Roasters coffee with you, you can. And they also have the little K-cup, strainer thingies, so to speak. Bring those along. You could have your own Expedition Roasters coffee. They do provide you with some coffee from another company, but quite honestly, I'd bring this along. I wish I would have known that. I did not know that they had Keurigs. Otherwise, I would have, would have had and brought one. I don't like making coffee in big coffee pots because I don't drink that much coffee. I drink a couple cups, maybe 3 cups. So, but yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, Coronado, they had Keurigs. So there you go. Hope that helps out in some of your planning. And if you happen to know of any other resort that has Keurigs, throw a little message over on the Behind Ears Podcast Facebook page. It'd be kind of interesting. I'd like to have an idea. So, all right, I gotta go back to work. I'd love to talk to you guys all day, but I can't. As I said, Ears 20 gets you 20% off. It's really good. I really enjoy it. Thank you, Expedition Roasters, for providing that. Definitely was a nice surprise to get a package early this week. Really made my week, and this is going to make my day a whole lot better. Wednesdays are always my meeting-filled day. One of my meetings got canceled, which is why I'm talking with y'all today. And so now I got to go back to the grind. I will go back to work. And I can't wait to talk to you guys tomorrow as Danny and I start talking about some of our trip report type stuff. Should be kind of interesting because I know Danny and I did some things the same, some things differently. If compare and contrast, should be rather interesting. All right. Let me know if you guys need anything. If you have any questions, comments, drop us a line over at BehindEarsPodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to follow us on Twitter right over there. And of course, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right there. Yeah, you know it. All right. Got to roll. Got to go make the money. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.